Hey YouTube, how's it going? I'm good. Just a quick update, I guess, about my last video. I left it on a pretty dismal note, and I was feeling pretty dismal about the entire situation, but it's improved a lot. I think mostly because I came out at work, kind of unintentionally. Last week I was outside of a drag show in Face, having a cigarette, and my coworker walked by. Um, I worked with him for the first time again yesterday, and we started talking about it, and he asked me, which is a really weird question, but he asked me, so are you just gay or transgender? Um, yeah, it's not really an either or thing. But anyway, so I was like, well, I date women and I identify as genderly fucked up. And he just kind of laughed and was like, I think a lot of us feel that way, which was awesome. And for a straight boy, I think it was awesome that A, he even knew the word transgender, and B, was really cool about it. So that's awesome. Thumbs up. And just in general, my work situation has also improved. I also came out to someone working in the back, and I'm kind of hoping that it spreads a little bit. The loves, dears, sweeties, huns have almost entirely stopped, which is awesome. I'm definitely not treated as one of the guys, not that I want to be, but they're not treating me quite as feminine anymore, which is awesome. I'm getting along, reasonably well with most of them as two people, which is good. And yeah, what was I gonna say? Oh yeah, I've realized that it's not the whole kitchen. It's just these few guys, and I can pretty much. I don't know what I was doing. What is that? I don't know. I shouldn't be watching myself while I'm talking because it's really distracting. Okay. Yeah, no, it's just these one or two guys, and for the most part, I can ignore them and tell them to shut the fuck up. And yeah, I'm being really incoherent. Maybe it's because it's like late and I haven't really slept. Kitchen sexism. Yeah, had a point. Yeah, yeah, I remember. I'm really glad that I stayed and that I toughed it out, that I like manned up, if you will. Had one particularly really shitty day last week with an incident that I don't really want to retell. I was just upstairs, like ready to punch a hole in the wall, and was kind of like, I can't do this. Can't do this. Thought I could do it. Can't do it. Like, I have to look for another job. And it's kind of corny. It's kind of dykey. But I really like the Tegan and Sarah song, Underwater, and they're all like, I would go to jail with only boys just to prove I was as tough as you. And I'm like, I don't know. I always kind of have that in my head when I'm dealing with a difficult situation. So I was like, fuck, how am I supposed to be able to deal with going to jail with boys if I can't even fucking work with them in a kitchen? So I toughed it out, and I was really good. It was an experience that I've never had before. It was something that I was scared of. It was a challenge, and I stayed, and I worked through it, and slowly it's getting better, and it's just broadening my horizons and my life experiences and popping my queer bubble a little bit, which is a plus. And also too, because I've been thinking so much about gender and masculinity and what it means to be a man, it's really interesting to be privy to this masculine space and to think about like what my masculinity means to me, with these sort of mirrors and different ways of being a man. So in that regard, it's really interesting. A lot to think about. Gender. There's always a lot to think about when it comes to gender. It's kind of frustrating. I don't really know. Yeah. Just wish I knew. But that's okay. I have a job, and I'm working, and I'm making money, and I feel better about it. Alright. I think I'm gonna end it on that note. Good night, all y'all.